Welcome, this is Arnaldo Vera. I'm an Industry Solutions Senior Specialist at MongoDB. And let me show you what we have here at this demo. So to start, MongoDB is a document-based database that basically runs on JSON format. And as well, we have Realm, which is our embedded database that runs very well on constrained devices like mobile phones, vehicles, or edge devices. So what we have in this demo is basically the combination of MongoDB and Realm. And essentially what you would do in the field is put Realm both in an iOS application and Realm in the car, and then MongoDB on the cloud. So what we've built here is the syncing mechanism between the different Realm instances and MongoDB in the cloud. So essentially the benefit is that developers don't have to spend time developing this connectivity, which at scale becomes very expensive and very difficult to maintain. Plus, a very important part is that this syncing mechanism is highly efficient for network safe, meaning every time you have to send data back to the cloud, we have actually built a very efficient mechanism to only sync the deltas, meaning you save on network costs. So if we are talking about OEMs that have to pay to the network, that's saving a lot of money when you're speaking about millions of cars or millions of iOS applications developed into the field. Now, to go into a little bit more detail, in this case, we have an iOS application that can connect directly into the car, and the car can connect directly into the iOS application. So let's say we go into a tunnel. My car and my phone goes into a tunnel. Thanks to Edge server, that syncing mechanism will keep working even though we have lost the connectivity to the cloud. And that's also a very important part here, because the switch is seamless between connecting to the cloud and connecting internally within the vehicle if the connectivity is lost. And once the connectivity is reestablished, so we get out of the tunnel, then that syncing mechanism will sync to the cloud. So that's what we have here. And then what you can do is actually connect the whole value chain, where you could have a digital twin of a real factory. Once you have the data in MongoDB in the cloud, you can connect it to a real factory. Maybe it's a warehouse that's ordering a new battery for a user, and then a digital twin of that same factory. And then essentially you connect the whole value chain to serve your users. Now, let me show you how that works with a demo that we have here and a VR headset that you will be able to see this factory twin in real time. So let's go over the next screen. Okay, so let's see how the demo is in action. So in this side, we have a vehicle simulator that represents a real vehicle that has a battery, some engine, and we have some telemetry that we can track from the battery. And then on the other side, we have an iOS application that the user can see. In this case, we have my car with my engine controls, my voltage, my currents that I can see in real time. So remember that this connection happens everything automatic because both instances are running Realm and they are both connected to the cloud. So things that we can do is, for example, start the engine, just like that, and it will automatically sync to the vehicle. Or we can simulate tracking the telemetry of the battery. This could be, for example, any signal from the vehicle that's coming. We store it locally first, and then we sync it into the cloud, and then that goes to the user. So how this will work, let's say we can change the voltage. I'm going to put the voltage up a little, and then I'm going to track telemetry. And you will see how these values change both here in the vehicle as well as in the app. Everything happening in milliseconds. So let's do it again. So you will see, the user can see directly. Now, what you can do once you have the data in the cloud is actually you can start to work on predictive maintenance and become very smart with your data. So what we have built in this demo is an integration with SageMaker. We have a native integration with EventBridge. So we get this data from the vehicle, we send it to SageMaker. SageMaker is has a machine learning algorithm for predictive maintenance that tells us if the battery is in the right order or not. So what we can do is I'm going to put the ampere and the volts very low. And I'm going to send a bunch of data to the cloud. And then once that data is received by SageMaker, it will tell us that the battery is not okay just right now. So it has shown us a signal on the vehicle, but also the user has a new signal on their car. Now, if you put the headset on, we have connected it to our virtual factory, and now the virtual factory has started producing that new battery for the user. Now, this virtual factory is connected also to the cloud. So as soon as this factory finishes producing the new battery for our user, the user will be notified that the battery is ready and that they can go to their local shop and then change it. So this is just to show you how you can model the whole value chain, everything thanks to Realm, MongoDB devising, and the document model. So you will see how this is very useful for big manufacturers, because when you have a digital twin, you can basically model virtually first how your factory works, and then optimize for material flow, for machine arrangement. And then once you have these optimizations, then you move it into the real world. Or you can use, like in this case, real-time monitoring system. So right now the battery is still being produced, and my battery is still off. But once this factory finishes the production, you see we have the piece over there. Yep, it's over there going on. That will basically tell us the user, and we will see that really soon. So you have to think that when you build this in your company, if you have to build all this connectivity back and forth, the bidirectional synchronization, the conflict resolution when there are subsequent writes or subsequent reads, and when you need to achieve a deterministic state, that becomes a very challenging problem for developers and for companies where they actually spend a lot of money. And then when you have to think about saving network space and network money, that also becomes very, very important. So we have built this directly into MongoDB, this syncing mechanism, and then companies can focus on building competitive work and focusing on competitive and differentiating work, which is what at the end the user will care, and then leave the piping data around to us, which is what we are special on. So now the factory have just finished, and now the status of the battery is okay again on the iOS app, and then we see that my vehicle has the good battery status. So we hope hopefully one day changing batteries is that easy. Today is not that easy, but this is just to show you how you can bidirectionally sync the whole value chain from the factory to the car and to the user with the iOS application. So that's everything for this demo. Thank you so much, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.